Somewhere around age 43, a man walks into his garage late at night. He looks at the boat, he looks at the truck, and he concludes that he's finally made it. On paper, he's right. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, men hit their absolute peak earning years between the ages of 45 and 54. Mathematically, this is the most money he will likely ever see. But there is a massive gap between income and security. While earnings are peaking on the left, Vanguard data on the right shows the median 401k balance for men in this age bracket is just $67,796. These visible markers of success create an optical illusion. They mask a balance sheet that is severely underfunded for a man with only 20 working years left. This isn't a personal failure of discipline. It's the result of an economy that treats a man's peak earning decade as a primary source of revenue. The extraction starts with the auto industry, where the average transaction price for a full-size pickup is now $66,000. These vehicles aren't being bought by 22-year-old laborers. The average buyer is a 55-year-old man who uses it to commute to a desk job because he feels he has earned the status. A typical 7-year truck loan, including the high interest, the monthly insurance premiums, and the cost of fuel, totals roughly $90,000. That is $70,000 more than the cost of a reliable, used commuter car. Investing the $70,000 difference at a 7% return grows to over $250,000 by retirement. The same math applies to boats and RVs, which lose half their value in 5 years, liquidating future net worth for current leisure. High-status driveways act as graveyards for compounding interest, quietly pulling cash away from a man's future freedom. The pressure then moves to youth sports, where travel teams and elite coaching can cost a family anywhere from $5,000 to $25,000 per year per child. Nearly half of parents expect their child to earn an athletic scholarship. In reality, only 2% ever receive one. If those fees were invested over 12 years instead, they'd compound to $280,000 by the time the parents stop working. This siphoning of cash continues in the financial services sector, often starting with a pitch for whole life insurance from a networking buddy or a relative. Whole life policies cost roughly 19 times more than term insurance for the same death benefit. In the early years, the majority of that premium goes toward the agent's commission rather than the policy's cash value. Overconfidence also plays a role in the markets. Men in their 40s trade 45% more frequently than women, yet they underperform the market by an average of 2.3% per year. From elite soccer to complex insurance products, these industries are designed to drain investable cash during a man's highest earning years. The most significant long-term commitment often happens at the closing table, when a 45-year-old signs a brand new 30-year mortgage to upgrade the family home. This timeline reveals the weight of that choice. By signing that note at 45, the homeowner is agreeing to send checks to the bank until he is 75 years old. Many supplement this debt with home equity lines of credit. Americans currently hold over $400 billion in HELOC balances, frequently using home equity to fund lifestyle expenses and renovations. This process converts the home, an appreciating asset, into debt that funds depreciating assets like trucks and boats. This cycle is often sustained by the belief that peak income provides plenty of time to catch up on savings later. Consider a 45-year-old with the median $68,000 balance who decides to maximize his 401k every single year without fail. After 20 years of perfect contributions and market growth, his balance reaches $1.27 million. When adjusted for inflation, that $1.27 million only has the purchasing power of $700,000 in today's dollars. Standard financial guidance suggests a $100,000 earner needs at least $1 million for retirement. Despite perfect saving habits, the 20-year window is too short to hit the target. High earnings cannot replace the missing years of compounding. The window to build wealth is narrower than most men in their 40s realize. The same mathematical forces that drain a bank account can be reversed. The moment the extraction stops, compounding begins working for the individual. The escape route relies on the choice to walk away. Declining the truck, the whole life policy, and the sportsbook ends the extraction immediately. Redirecting that cash into simple index funds can add over $1 million to a retirement balance. Aggressively protecting peak earnings to buy back time is the most valuable use of high-income years. There's a specific moment in a man's life, usually somewhere around 43, where he walks into his garage late at night, looks at the boat he just financed, and quietly thinks to himself, "I'm doing pretty well." By every visible measure, he has achieved success. His title at work has never been longer, and the number on his paycheck has never been bigger. But the man standing in that garage is actually in the single most financially dangerous decade of his entire life. Not his 20s when he was broke, but his 40s. This chart shows the median weekly earnings for men, mapped out by the Bureau of Labor Statistics. The data clearly shows that income peaks between the ages of 45 and 54. That number on your current paycheck is mathematically as high as it is likely to go. Yet Vanguard's annual savings data reveals a harsh contrast. For that exact same bracket of peak earners, the median 401k balance is only $67,796. Half of working men in their 40s have less than that saved, with only 20 years left on the clock. This creates what we can call the peak earnings illusion. Your brain looks at the high cash flow, interprets it as permanent wealth, and starts calibrating your lifestyle spending to match it. You end up converting peak income into stuff, rather than using it to buy future freedom. Let's track where most of that converted income actually goes, starting in the driveway. The average transaction price for a new full-size pickup truck is roughly $66,000. The demographic data shows the primary buyer isn't a 22-year-old construction worker. It's overwhelmingly a 50-year-old desk worker who has decided he has earned it. The average new truck loan runs for 7 years at about $900 a month. Add in the interest, the aggressive insurance premiums, and the fuel cost, and you are looking at conservatively $90,000 in total costs over those 7 years. Subtract the $20,000 cost of a standard used sedan, which provides the exact same transportation utility, and it leaves a distinct difference of $70,000. Invest that difference at a 7% return to age 65, and it grows to about $271,000. Then there are the secondary driveway traps. The median age for buying a boat or an RV hits exactly the same demographic, ages 45 to 54. A baseline fishing setup easily runs $50,000. These assets depreciate by roughly 50% in the first 5 years alone, while simultaneously bleeding cash through slip fees, winterization, insurance, and maintenance. If we run that $50,000 sunk cost through our same compounding equation at 7% to age 65, it adds up to another $190,000 of lost capital. Financing expensive toys in your peak earning years costs far more than the sticker price. It dismantles the exact compounding engine you need to fund retirement. From the driveway, the spending usually shifts to the family. And this introduces a series of financial traps disguised as acts of love. First up, the explosion of elite youth travel sports. Family spending on youth sports has surged, with parents paying between $3,000 and sometimes $25,000 a year per child. Often, this is driven by the belief that they are securing an athletic scholarship. Surveys show 49% of youth sports parents expect a scholarship, but NCAA data shows only 2% of athletes actually get one. Investing a conservative $5,000 a year into sports removes roughly $280,000 of compounded wealth from your retirement by age 65. And right around this time, someone in your social circle is going to pitch you whole life insurance. Men in their 40s are heavily targeted by peers selling these permanent policies, usually pitching them as a tax-advantaged investment. A healthy 40-year-old can buy a $500,000 term policy for $334 a year. The same coverage in whole life costs over $6,300. Dropping that $6,000 difference into an index fund creates a balance of $248,000 in liquid wealth. These products weaponize a father's natural desire to protect and elevate his kids. In the process, they quietly siphon hundreds of thousands of dollars of your retirement capital into corporate commissions and expense loads. To justify all this spending, the brain invents a safety net. The idea that you make enough money now to easily catch up on your retirement savings once you hit your 50s. Let's run the math on a perfectly executed catch-up plan. You're 45, starting with that match and earning a consistent 7% return for 20 flawless years. By age 65, That aggressive strategy results in a raw balance of $1.27 million. But adjusted for 20 years of inflation, purchasing power drops to $700,000. Fidelity calculates a $100,000 earner requires a full $1 million to safely retire. You are still short. The math is entirely unforgiving. The compounding time you give up in your 40s simply cannot be out-earned later, even with flawless financial discipline. There is a reason no one warns you about this. The auto lenders, the youth sports complexes, the insurance brokers, their entire business model is perfectly calibrated to harvest the peak earning years of the American male. But the mathematics of compound interest are perfectly symmetrical. The exact same force that hollows out your future when ignored will work aggressively to secure it the moment you respect it. Look what happens if a 45-year-old refuses to participate. He keeps his old car, declines the boat, buys cheaper term insurance, and skips the sportsbook. By dropping those surplus payments into an index fund instead, he generates an extra $1 million in retirement capital. Winning your 40s does not require making more money or acquiring a garage full of toys. It requires taking your highest income and quietly using it to purchase your own permanent freedom.